this Widi jack to use for the MIDI in and out. This is poly. Basically, it's like a one-shot sampler. But what's cool about it is that you can loop, fade, set up different effects like the ping pong and all that, or whether you want it to go back and forth. And then you have your amp, or attack rather, decay, sustain, and a curve. And your two filters shape, and then how much of the filter you want to use. The trigger button just acts as what it is to trigger the sound, but I'm using the Bluetooth MIDI inside of here with Xequence and AUM. And then I use MIDI emitter, but you can see I have it connected to my jack right there. Now what I can do too is I can also add a channel here. And because I have the S4 on there, you can see I have access to the different tracks. So now it's playing through here. Of course, if you need to use this mixer inside of here, you're good to go with that too. And now if you want to add more effects on there, you could. But one of the things I had trouble with was the trigger doesn't hold. So if there was like a latch for the trigger, like maybe, well, because you can't really do, you could do control in here. You could do control, and then if they let you do like control trigger and latch it, that would be pretty cool. But at the present point, it's more for playing, because you can have up to 8 going. So check this out, I could lock in another note. Maybe I want, so you have up to 8, and I'm doing this by pressing the hold button here on this keyboard and then just pressing the 2 I want to play. So just with the poly, you can do some crazy stuff. And then that's just on one track, so obviously I could go and start building other tracks, making drums. So let's say I want to do my drums in here. I could go in here and get some, let's see, I want to find something that can give me a quick beat. So play beat is what I usually go for when I want something quick. Which, why is it not showing up? There it is, play beat 4. I'll pick a break beat thing here. Now, if you're gonna do this, you better match your tempo up here. I highly suggest that. Let me show you here. So I'm gonna match the tempo to like 80. I think that's what I'm at. Hopefully you guys can hear that. It's not passing through. Actually, you probably don't hear it now that I think about it, because it's not passing through. I'm gonna stop this. Sorry about that. I should have thought about that before I did that. Let me stop it here. So you can't hear that part of it because I forgot to set it up where you could hear the audio. That's the only challenge, is when you go back into here. Now you would have to make sure that the end here is going into one of these tracks so that you can hear it. And I think you would do that. Yeah, see, I have my earbud on right now to help with the sound, the audio. So, but anyway, you get the kind of drift. You can mix and match this between it and have it going. And yeah, it's fun times. All right, I'm out.